Finally, some peace and quiet.
What the hell are you doing, Jukes?
I'm on my lunch break, Chief.
Ah, forget about that. We just got a big case. It's from way up high. You know that big oil pipeline they've been building over at the Rocky Mountains?
I don't follow the news that much.
Well, you better start. One of the protesters from some small town along the construction route went missing, and this media circus started creating all kinds of theories. My phone hasn't stopped ringing since this thing went public. Senators from both parties, lobbyists, CEOs, you name it. Everybody's on the edge. I told them I'd put my best man on the job.
I really appreciate your trust on this, Chief. I won't let you down.
Don't try your tight five on me, Jukes. All the best detectives are assigned to important cases. You're all I have left. You have about 50% clearance rate. You've never showed any initiative, but never broke any rules either. In fact, you might be the most average detective this office has ever seen. I don't know whether to fire you or give you a medal.
Thanks, Chief. I'll get on that as soon as I finish my lunch.
Lunch is for case closers, Jukes. Get your ass to Twin Lakes. Now!
Who is the missing person?
Some woman named Tammy Taylor. Looks like she was leading a protest group against the oil company. They were popular on the social media. Now we have some hashtag detectives trying to solve what happened to her without leaving their homes.
What can you tell me about the case?
Like I told you, a protester went missing. It happened just as the construction reached her town, so it raised a lot of eyebrows. Locals will fill you in on the details.
Senators, huh? What makes this case so high profile?
Some people speculate that the oil company might have played a part in the disappearance. These are just rumors. Don't go around making wild accusations while you're there. Anyway, the investors call in on the campaign donations, then the politicians call me. You know how it works.
Can I help you with something?
I'm Detective Sammy Jukes. I've been assigned here to solve a missing person case.
Ah, God damn it. Those media assholes. I appreciate you coming all this way and all, but I assure you everything is under control. You can just go back to the city. We got this.
I'm sure you do, but since I'm already here, I might as well take a look around, if you don't mind.
Do what you like. Talk to Deputy Jones if you need anything. I'll be in my office.
What a warm welcome.
Welcome to Twin Lakes, Detective. I'm Deputy Ethan Jones. How can I help you today?
Well, you can start by filling me in on the case.
We don't have a lot of details. Tammy Taylor, a local woman, was reported missing by her mother 2 days ago. Sheriff thinks she's just doing this to cause drama.
Why?
Well, you see, they've been building this oil pipeline in town. Some of the locals organized a protest group. They've been causing trouble ever since.
Did you speak to the family and friends?
The sheriff said we didn't need to. He says she'll run back home when she's finally bored. If you want to talk to them, you can find the father, Rick, at the gas station. Her mother, Karen, is probably at the community center. She's been holding a vigil for her daughter. You can also try to speak to the protesters. They turned an old trailer over by the old mill road into an office.
Thanks. I'll do that.
Good luck, Detective. I'm sure the sheriff's right and there's nothing to solve, but if you need a search warrant, come see me. I'll call the judge and sort that out for you.
Right. Search warrant. I'll come see you.
Good hunting.
What do you think, boy? How do I enter these houses?
Save the trees!
Hi, I'm Detective Sammy Jukes. I'd like to ask you a few questions about Tammy Taylor's disappearance.
Hello, Detective. How can I help you?
What can you tell me about Tammy Taylor, the missing woman?
She's the real head of our organization here in Twin Lakes.
I thought you were more of a collective.
Nope, she's the top dog. Greg is second in command.
And you?
Oh, I'm just a guy helping out. Don't mind me.
Have you seen or heard anything unusual lately that might be related to Tammy's disappearance?
I'm sure you'll find her soon, Detective.
Who would know more about Tammy?
I wish I could help you with that. Sorry.
What do you suspect happened to Tammy?
I wish I could help you with that. Sorry.
Good boy.
All hours are happy.
Hi, I'm Detective Sammy Jukes. I'd like to ask you a few questions about Tammy Taylor's disappearance.
Yeah? You got a warrant to ask me a question?
I don't need a warrant to ask you a question.
That's so. Well, I know my rights, so don't go asking nothing I don't want to tell you.
What can you tell me about Tammy Taylor, the missing woman?
Fucking traitors! Hating oil means you hate.
That's a violent threat.
Yeah? Fuck them. If I see one of those little shits with a sign again, I'm gonna blast them to hell.
Who would know more about Tammy?
I bet all those guys from her I Hate Oil club know her very well. They're all fuck the police types. You won't get much out of them.
And here you are, so helpful to the police.
You're welcome.
Have you seen or heard anything unusual lately that might be related to Tammy's disappearance?
Ha! Good riddance. That snobby bitch and her friends never drank here anyway.
What do you suspect happened to Tammy?
I know what's been happening. Those baby-eating lizards in Washington finally showed their true faces. You can listen all about it on the Face of the Truth podcast.
I meant about Tammy.
Who gives a damn about her?
Are you on drugs?
Just some Lobodins and whiskey. Nothing major.
What can you tell me about the No More Oil group?
Those smug globalist assholes. One day I'm gonna go down to that little trailer and give them all a lead surprise right in their fucking heads.
Are you seriously threatening to kill them?
Fucking A! I'll do it one day. You'll see.
Could you tell me your name and address?
Name's Scott Cooper. They call me the Big Bear around these parts.
Do they really?
Yeah, that make you jealous or something? I live at the trailer park. It's the red one, right up front.
Whoa! Fire!
You don't look like you need rehab.
Hi, I'm Detective Sammy Jukes. I'd like to ask you a few questions about Tammy Taylor's disappearance.
Oh. Hello, handsome.
What can you tell me about Tammy Taylor?
We're cousins, but we're close like sisters. She always got along with everybody. I can't imagine anyone not liking her.
Have you seen or heard anything unusual?
Not really. It's been a normal week.
Who would know?
She knows the seedy underbelly of this innocent-looking town better than anybody. I'm just joking. She hangs out with the oil activists. It's her latest cause.
What do you suspect happened to Tammy?
I don't believe anybody from the town would hurt her. If something bad happened to her, it must be from those out-of-towners. Maybe those oil people kidnapped.
What makes you think that? Does she get away?
No, she dies. Tammy would find a way to escape. She's very resourceful. Don't worry.
Could you tell me your name and
I'm Angela Carter. I live with my mom at the Old Mill Road.
what can you tell me about?
I run the rehab. I just work all day.
You sound very...
You like that, don't you?
What can you tell me about?
It's an okay Not everywhere has people like me working for the community.
What can you tell me about the No More Oil group?
They're so serious and annoying.
You're not worried about half the...
I'll just move away. Plus, they're paying everybody so much money. They offered us twice the market value for my mother's house.
That's interesting.
That's why nobody cares about the pipeline. We'll move away to bigger houses and...
A vote for...
Hi, I'm Detective Sammy Jukes. I'd like to ask you
Welcome.
What can you tell me about Tammy?
We were so heartbroken to hear about Miss Taylor's case. I'm sure with your help, our local PD...
Have you been looking...
I've authorized the sheriff to use every resource our town has to find Miss...
Have you...
Unfortunately, I'm quite busy.
Who would know...
We are a tightly knit community with cooperation and...
Well, you got my vote, but that does... What do you suspect?
I don't suspect anyone.
What can you tell me about the No More...
They are nothing more than a globalist conspiracy.
Do you really...
I think what...
Could you tell me your...
We can skip the formalities, Detective. I'm sure you made your research.
Well, yeah, the car ride was kind of bumpy, you know.
Never mind that. I'm Deborah Cash. I live at Cash Manor near the Moose.
You bet, ma'am. What can you tell me about yourself?
I'm the mayor of Twin Lakes. You could call me Senator Cash if you don't want to wait until the...
I can wait. What can you tell me about Twin Lakes?
Thanks to my business-friendly policies, Twin Lakes is well on her way to becoming the new center of commerce.
That's quite an achievement.
Sarcasm doesn't suit you, Detective. You...
It's never too late to attend.
Hi, I'm Detective Sammy Jukes.
You are most welcome. The donation box.
Could you tell me your name?
They call me Father Young, and my home is here. My legal name is Jerry Young. Not identifying yourself to an officer can be a misdemeanor in this state.
You know a lot about the law.
My son, to guide your flock toward Jesus, you must know the laws of the Lord as well as the laws of men.
Amen. What can you tell me about...
I'm a mere shepherd guiding my flock to find God and make a profit. I lead the dividend of the Christ Church. Perhaps you have...
Not really.
I did have a troubled past where I only took and took. When I was locked up, God, that's what I do now.
What can you tell me about Tammy Taylor?
I'm sorry to say she wasn't a churchgoer. Those who don't follow the Lord...
That's hard.
It's easy to fix. Get a crucifix flashlight from our website for only $19.99.
Have you seen...
I did not. My one-on-one sessions take too much of my time to pay attention to the town drama.
Who would know more about Tammy?
I'm sure her mother will answer all the questions you have. She is the biggest donor the church has in this town. I wish I...
What do you suspect?
I cannot make such...
What can you tell me?
I do not follow such earthly matters.
Welcome to Twin Lakes Supermarket.
Hi, I'm Detective.
I really don't want to talk about my...
What can you tell me?
She's my stupid sister. I bet she's...
Well, I take it you're not very
Is it that obvious that I hate her for ruining my life?
How did she ruin your life?
She spent all the money Daddy had on some dumb art college. Now I can't...
Have you seen?
Yes, it's very unusual how she gets like all the attention. I could have been an artist or whatever too if we didn't go broke paying for Tammy's art school in New York.
Who?
Everybody knows her.
What do you suspect?
I suspect her. She's just doing this to get attention. She's been known to take off and not tell anybody.
What can you tell me about the No More Oil group?
It's just another one of my sisters.
Could you tell me your name?
Mary Lynn Taylor. I live with my parents at Williams Road.
What can you tell me about yourself?
I work at the grocery store. Ugh.
What can you tell?
This place is
Most people are terrible with money.
Hi, could you tell me your name?
Laura Carter.
What can you tell me about?
I work at the bank.
Not right now. What can you tell?
What's the point? It won't be.
Why is...
The pipeline goes right through the town, so most of it will be... Only thing left will be some lakeside land. Most of us got a good settlement.
What can you tell me about Tammy Taylor?
She's my niece. My sister spoiled her too much. She's never in one place for too long. Always has some...
Have you seen or heard?
My daughter says I don't listen.
Who?
Other than her parents,
What do you suspect?
If she had a loan payment, I bet the bank would find her and...
What can you tell me about the No More Oil?
Nothing much.
I'll wait a couple of weeks. It'll be cheaper.
Hi,
Welcome to Twin...
Could you tell me your name?
Certainly. Rick Taylor at your service. You can find me at the end of the Williams Road, if I'm not at work. It's right near the big lake.
What can you tell me?
It's a quiet little town. Lived here all my life. Never saw any...
What can you tell me about your...
I'm Rick Taylor.
Lake houses...
That's right. I'm just fooling around. There won't actually be any fuel stations.
What can you tell me about Tammy Taylor, the missing woman?
She's my daughter. I know you will follow any leads regardless of what I say. But I don't... Tammy always had a bad habit of running away for a few days. And...
Any idea where she might...
If you ask me, I'd say she's currently visiting some...
Do you know which?
Not really. If you think it would help, feel free to search her old room at our house. Just take a left before you enter the main street, and it'll take you right to our house.
Have you seen or heard anything?
There was this big commotion about her house burning down a few...
You don't seem too worried.
Now, I'm not saying she did it herself, although knowing my daughter, she may have done a burning the shit, a promise to herself that she's never coming back here again. She's dramatic.
Who would...
You can talk to Sam. Your name is also...
Yeah. Yep.
I have a friend named Rick, too. Great guy.
What
I suspect...
What can you tell me?
Just some kids trying to anger their parents. Apparently, adulthood starts at 35.
Do you know anything about...
She wanted to move out and stand on her own legs. Unlike my other daughter, who's content to live off me forever. Anyway, don't worry about the fire. It was just an old trailer. She wasn't even inside. No.
I have more
Welcome.
What can you tell me?
I know you. Tammy always had a bad...
Any idea where
If you have...
Do you know...
Not really. If you think it would help, just take a left before you enter the main street, and it'll take you right to our house.
I need to get permission or obtain a warrant to enter this house. I need to get permission or obtain a warrant to enter this house.
Don't ruin my light.
Hi, I'm Detective.
I'm like
Could you tell me your...
Samantha Cash. Don't you come to my house like a pervert.
Okay. What can you tell me about...
I'm the pink bubble.
Huh? What?
God, you must be like 1,000. I'm like the 5th most famous internet.
5th? What can you tell me about...
It's like the most boring place on earth.
How many do you have now? It's very exciting to me. What can you tell me?
I'm...
Huh? What?
I'm like the 5th.
5th? What can you tell me?
It's like the...
How many do you have now?
258.
It's very exciting. What can you tell me about Tammy Taylor?
Tam Tam? She is like my best friend. I can't believe she's missing. I posted...
Have you seen or heard anything?
2 days ago, I was here taking some nighttime photos, and I heard gunshots coming...
Where exactly?
Like, near the construction...
Did you report it to the sheriff?
Ew! I don't want to talk to that pig.
Who would know more?
I'm like her
What do you suspect happened to Tam?
She would never leave this town without telling me first. I haven't heard from her...
How long is for...
Like 2 days. If something happens to her, I will be sad...
What can you tell me about...
That's Tammy's little cause. I find it boring. I think she should leave that to garbage...
Did you hear gunshots coming from the oil...
Yes, like 2 days ago. Bam, bam, bam! Right across the park at the other side of the long lake.
Do you know anything about Tammy?
I just don't understand why she ever lived in that crappy trailer. I asked her to move in with me, but she said no.
I just put a fresh pot of coffee.
Hi, I'm Detective Sammy. Could you tell me...
Patty Williams.
What can you tell?
If you're hungry.
What can you tell?
This place used to be packed during. They just don't understand a good.
What can you tell me about
She is such a nice young woman. She does all those paintings.
Have you seen or heard any?
There was an awful lot of noise coming.
When was it?
Couple of.
Who would know more?
My son Greg runs this club with her. They don't want anyone to use any oil.
What do you suspect?
Could be anybody. Murderous hitchhiker.
What do you suspect?
Could.
What can you tell me about the no?
That's my son Greg. He works there.
What can you tell me about the oil pipeline construction in town?
Awful lot of noise. At least they stopped.
Did you hear?
Yes, like I said, there was.
Do you know?
Nobody really knows what happened. We don't have a real fire department. Sheriff's.
Hey there, fella.
Hi,
Sure, go ahead.
Could you tell me?
Earl William.
What can you tell me about yourself? What happened?
Funny thing, actually. I have lost it at the I know it's not exactly your job, but if you could get my arm back from Scott, I'd be really...
I'll see what I can...
I'll even help you out with some two-arm requirements. It's prosthetic, but it works just... Also, take whatever you need from the...
What can you tell me about?
It's the best place to go.
Why not?
Oh, lake's been dredged a few years ago. Didn't find anything, but the chemicals killed almost...
What can you tell me about?
Missing?
I don't know yet.
Well, you bet.
Very helpful. Have you?
It's colder than usual for this.
So?
It's unusual, like you said.
Who would know?
She's in the tree club with my son Greg. He's smart as a whip. I bet he can...
What do you...
Maybe the wolf.
Wolf?
I hope not.
What do you...
Maybe...
Wolf?
I hope not.
What can you tell?
That's my boy.
What can you tell?
Terrible for the fish. They dump all kinds...
Did you hear gunshots coming from the...
It weren't me, I'll tell you that much. It's illegal to shoot fish around here ever since that incident.
Do you know anything about...
It was old Billy Walker's trailer once. Maybe it's...
How so?
You'll see them when you meet them. One of...
Where could I find your arm again? Where could I find your arm again?
It's at Scott's Bar. Follow the street from right around here. It's right before...
How do I call? What do I do?
Light rain is the best time to fish.
I'm gonna turn the music up louder.
I have more questions.
Well,
Earl the mechanic would like his arm.
shit. Then I went hunting in the Can't fucking shoot the damn thing with all the... So I just left all my shit there and ran back to town. The arm wasn't there when I came back. I swear I didn't throw it in the lake this time.
A wolf?
It looked at me like it knew me.
Where did you say the arm?
Like I said, a huge
What can you tell me?
It's a project built by a Canadian multinational conglomerate using Chinese loan.
Did you hear gunshots?
Must be a rich asshole.
Do you know anything?
I would have put out the fire if that's...
Where did you say?
Like I said, a huge...
I'm okay.
I have more questions.
Shoot.
Scott says a wolf.
Those damn wolves again. I bet we can still get the arm. That thing is very durable. There's a place called the Wolf Rock in the forest. That's where the wolves hang out.
You want me to hunt a wolf using a chicken? Does that sound like Detective?
I know it sounds kind of silly, but then we can go on all kinds of solving crimes, repairing cars, holding a fork and...
Okay.
The Wolf Rock is located out of town. Just follow the north road and you'll see it after you pass the farms. Chickens across the red farm belong to... There's a huge sign that says Wolf Rock. You can't miss it.
Do you need help?
I have more. What can you tell me?
Not much.
Did you hear gun?
No.
Do you know?
It was so weird.
So you've heard.
I guess.
What can you tell me?
They're so...
You're an...
They offered up...
That's interesting.
That's...
Man, get the fuck away from me!
Hi,
What?
Could you tell me your name? What can you tell? They must have locked up the cows. I wonder what's in there. Don't worry, little guy. You won't get hurt. The fox ran this way. It's Earl's missing arm. I need to get permission or obtain a warrant to enter this house.
You look angry.
Hey, could you tell me your...
My name is... There...
What can you...
I sell the lumber. My father was the owner of the lumber yard.
What happened to your...
Oh, they just packed up and moved to Thailand.
What can you tell me about...
It was a quiet town before all that.
What can you tell me about Tammy Taylor?
We used to date in high school. Not that I mind. It's okay.
What can you tell me about...
No.
Have you seen or heard anything?
I wish I did. I've been searching.
Who would...
I do.
What do you...
It wasn't me, I swear. I know.
How so?
I swear.
What do you...
It wasn't me.
How so?
Like I'm going to snap one day and just start. I swear.
What do you...
It wasn't me.
How so?
Like
What can you tell me about...
They seem okay, but my dad said don't join.
What can you tell me...
I try to not go there.
Did you hear gunshots? Did you hear... Do you know...
It's so surprising.
How do you...
I was just in the area and... It's not stalking. I just...
This looks dangerous.
I'll never stop fighting for the environment.
Hey, I'm Detective... Could you tell me your name and address?
I'm Greg Williams, and I live at Old Mill Road. I know my...
That's okay.
Hey, man, I have a ton...
Okay. What can you...
I bet you already have a huge...
Why don't you
I'm with the No More Oil Collective. We are here to stop the destruction of...
What can you...
It's my town, and I'm not gonna...
That's very...
I mean that literally. Once that pipeline is finished, there won't be a town left. They're going to bulldoze the whole thing except for some lakeside...
What can you tell me about...
She was our everything, man. The face of... She handled all the media stuff.
Why the past?
Don't kid yourself, man. We know she's been killed by the oil...
Have you seen or heard anything unusual lately that might be related to Tammy's disappearance.
Unusual? Man, they burned her
What do you think?
Isn't it obvious?
Who would know?
What good is talking to you? You're just a tool of
And what sort of work?
I tell the truth, man.
What do you...
It's way past suspicion, man.
What makes you so
Paul Stillman, the oil exec. He's been threatening us, sending his brainwashed goon.
That's a serious...
It's like Lennon said. You look for the person who will benefit and bam!
What can you tell me?
We are protecting the Earth! We're the
Are you the leader?
We're an anarcho-syndicalist commune. You can't lead an idea. You can only...
Where is that from?
It's all original, man.
What can you tell me about the oil pipe?
It's all the fucking chemicals. I used to have thick, luscious...
Yeah, that's...
It is! How are we supposed to live up to these unattainable... Skinny, balding vegan men are discriminated against.
We were talking about the pipeline.
It's the establishment, man! They're all part of it!
Did you hear gunshots come?
They must have fucking...
Don't jump to conclusions. Do you know...
It's obvious the oil company goons set that fire.
What do they do?
They burned down my tent.
Though.
I'm never going back to...
Do you have a license?
I don't have a license, but I've been getting death threats.
I have to come.
Fascism strikes again! You might as well kill me yourself at this point.
What if it's too late?
Hi,
Finally.
Could you tell me?
Yes. We have a house at the end of Williams Road.
What can you tell me about yourself?
I have been calling your office. My baby's house burned down, and she is... I asked for the best detectives. Are you the best they had? Are you...
Ma'am, I'm sorry to say, I'm not some magical detective that's gonna smoke a pipe and look at... However, I promise you, I will...
That's good.
What can...
I have been calling your office.
Ma'am, however, I...
That's good.
What can you tell me?
It's just another unremarkable...
What can you tell me about...
She's been very busy ever since she moved back into town. Her old stuff is in our house.
Yes, that could help. What would...
For one thing, she is an activist working with the anti-oil group. That caused a lot of friction with the oil people. She would sometimes go camping by herself. I don't think that...
Have you seen or heard anything unusual lately that might be related to Tammy?
Nobody seems to care. The sheriff won't move his butt to do anything. That deputy is as you...
I am.
They said her phone was at home while it burned. Who would leave their phone at home in this day and age?
Have you...
Nobody seems to care. Who would...
That it? Who would know...
She was always very popular. Then there's all the no more...
What do you...
If I did, I would...
What can you tell...
They are Tammy's little group. Hattie's boy, Greg, and that orange boy are with her.
What can you tell me about...
Tammy often went there to put up signs. Those construction people were always trying... They are building the South Pipeline now.
Did you hear...
Oh, God. Don't tell...
Don't get excited. Do you know...
There is no real fire station in town. Some of the men gather in the volunteer... Nobody knows how it started. Only thing we know is she wasn't...
You want me to take a look at your car?
I have more questions.
Shoot.
I have the...
I can't thank you enough.
I have...
You want...
No thanks. I have...
You sure? You want to see me do the Macarena?
No thanks. I can make things shiny.
Hey there, fella.
I have more questions.
Shoot.
Can't do that. This house is empty. Tammy's paintings were taken out of their frames. Tammy's paintings were taken out of their frames. Tammy was admitted to rehab. This house is empty.
The sheriff says,
I have more.
Hi there.
Did you hear gun?
I have no.
Do you know anything?
It just suddenly went whoosh.
What caused?
We have no idea.
What do you know?
Can't help you there.
Some of Tammy's painting.
Maybe she threw them out.
Deputy, I'd like to get a warrant to search.
Okay, the judge issued the warrant. You must serve the warrant to the person you...